Once upon a time, deep beneath the ocean's waves, lived a beautiful young mermaid named Ariel. She was the youngest daughter of King Triton, the mighty ruler of the sea. While her sisters were content with their life in the underwater kingdom of Atlantica, Ariel was different. She was fascinated by the human world above, a place she had only glimpsed from afar. She loved collecting human artifacts that had fallen to the ocean floor, a fork, which she called a dinglehopper, a smoking pipe, which she thought was a snuffblatt. Her grotto was filled with these treasures, a secret museum of the world she longed to know. Her best friends were a cheerful little fish named Flounder and a scatterbrained seagull named Scuttle, who claimed to be an expert on all things human. Scuttle would often give Ariel wildly inaccurate information about her treasures, but she listened with wide-eyed wonder. King Triton, however, strongly disapproved of Ariel's fascination. He believed humans were dangerous fish-eaters and forbade any contact with their world. He even assigned his royal court composer, a tiny crab named Sebastian, to keep a close eye on his adventurous daughter. One stormy night, a magnificent ship sailed across the surface. Drawn by the sounds of music and fireworks, Ariel swam closer to get a better look. On board, she saw a handsome young man, Prince Eric, celebrating his birthday. Ariel was instantly captivated. Suddenly, the storm intensified, and a bolt of lightning struck the ship, setting it ablaze. The vessel began to sink, and Prince Eric was thrown into the churning sea. Without a second thought, Ariel dove into the wreckage, saved the unconscious prince, and brought him to shore. As he began to stir, she sang to him with her enchanting voice before disappearing back into the waves. Eric awoke with only a hazy memory of a beautiful girl with a mesmerizing voice. He became obsessed with finding his mysterious savior. Back in Atlantica, Ariel was more lovesick than ever. She knew she had to find a way to be with Eric. This desperation led her to the darkest corners of the ocean, to the lair of the wicked sea witch, Ursula, who had been banished by King Triton, saw Ariel's lovesickness as her chance for revenge. She offered Ariel a deal. She would turn Ariel into a human for 3 days. To remain human permanently, Ariel must receive a true love kiss from the prince before the sun set on the 3rd day. If she failed, she would turn back into a mermaid and belong to Ursula forever. But there was a terrible price. In exchange for legs, Ariel had to give up her most precious possession. Her voice desperate, Ariel agreed. She signed the magical contract, and her voice was captured in Ursula's nautilus shell. With a flash of magic, Ariel's tail transformed into legs, and her friends Flounder and Sebastian helped her to the surface. She was found on the beach by Prince Eric. He was drawn to the beautiful silent girl, but without her voice, he didn't recognize her as his rescuer. He took her back to his castle, where she was cleaned up and given beautiful clothes. Over the next 2 days, Eric grew fond of Ariel. They explored his kingdom, went on a romantic boat ride, and almost kissed, but Ursula's sneaky eel minions, Flotsam and Jetsam, tipped their boat over just in time. Fearing she was losing, Ursula took drastic measures. She transformed herself into a beautiful human woman named Vanessa, using Ariel's stolen voice to enchant Prince Eric, believing he had finally found the girl who saved him. Eric announced he would marry Vanessa at sunset on the third day. Ariel was heartbroken. As the wedding ship set sail, her time was running out. But her friends wouldn't give up. Scuttle discovered that Vanessa was actually Ursula in disguise. He rallied an army of sea creatures to crash the wedding. In the chaos, Scuttle broke the Nautilus shell around Ursula's neck, and Ariel's voice was returned to her. Eric immediately recognized her and realized the truth. But it was too late. The sun had set, and Ariel transformed back into a mermaid. Ursula grabbed Ariel and dragged her back into the sea. King Triton appeared, confronting the sea witch. To save his daughter, he took her place in the contract, becoming Ursula's prisoner. With the king's trident and crown, Ursula grew to a monstrous size, declaring herself the new ruler of the ocean. As she created a giant whirlpool, Eric managed to commandeer a wrecked ship. He bravely steered its splintered bow right into Ursula's heart, defeating the sea witch for good. With Ursula gone, her spells were broken. King Triton was restored, and all the souls she had captured were freed. Seeing how much Ariel and Eric truly loved each other, the king had a change of heart. He used his trident to permanently transform Ariel into a human. Ariel and Eric were finally married, uniting the land and the sea, and they lived happily ever after. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.